This is a short video to give you a basic outline of how to use a master page in Adobe InDesign. You'll see I'm starting with a blank document of 16 pages to make a brochure. I've set my document up to have a 5mm bleed, so you can see the red keyline is the bleed edge, the black keyline here is my page trim edge, and the pink keyline is my margin setting. All of this was set at page setup stage. I also set up my pages as facing pages, so you'll see that that's how they appear as double page spreads in my document, and so too does my master page. In your Pages palette, you'll have two areas. Above these double lines are your master pages. Below them is your actual working document, so you can keep track of where you are at all times. At the moment, page 1 here is highlighted, so that's telling me I'm on page 1 of my working document. If I come up here and click on my master page, it is highlighted to tell me that I'm now working within my master page, or my A master page. So while I'm here, I'm going to put some things on my master page. The types of things you want on your master page are things that are there to guide you, or things that must appear on every page without fail. So it's a really safe and fail-proof method to ensure that your elements appear on every page throughout your document, particularly when you're working on very large documents. So I'm going to put page numbers because they're an obvious navigation tool to have on a publishing document. I'm going to start with those. I've made two layers here in my layers palette. I have one called Folios and one called Document Content. The Folios layer is on top, and Folios are page numbers, so I'm going to select that, make a text box down here to put my page number in. Now page numbers are set with a special character, and to create the character for the folio you hold down Command, Option, Shift and the letter N, and you'll notice an A appears. The reason an A has appeared is because it represents the folio that appears on every A master page, so that's why it's an A. I will select it and I will style it to how I want it to look, so I'm going to make it Gill Sans, make it bold, I'm going to take it down to 9 point and its range left. Then I also want the folio to appear on my right hand page, so I copy and paste it across there. However, I want it to be range right on my right hand page, so I make that adjustment, and there I have my folio set on the left and right hand page of my master page. I also want to place running heads, so I'm going to come up here and make another text box, and you'll notice that I'm also doing my running heads within the folio layer, the layer on top. So I'll type in there running head, left hand page, and I'm going to style that to be Gill Sans as well. I'll make it light and I'll make it smaller as well, back down to 9 point. Now I also want a running head on my right hand page, so I copy and paste that across. However, I want it once again to be range right, so I make that adjustment. So now I have everything I want to be in my top layer on my master page. So now I'm going to select my document content layer, and I'm going to set some text boxes to create my grid. I'm going to make a 2-column grid, so I draw my text box there and make it 2 columns. And then once again I copy and paste that to the right hand page so that the left and right hand pages are identical. Now that is all I want to appear on my A master page. Now when I click within my document, you'll see that it now looks the same as the relevant page from my master page. To show you a spread, the left hand page and the right hand page, and you'll notice that those A's for the folios are now automatically being entered as the correct page numbers. When I come down to page 7 and 8, you'll see here in this document that the right hand page or page 7 is not appearing as the master page, and nor is the left hand page of page 8. That's because the master page has not been applied to it. You'll see that it's blank within my page palette. The pages that have the master page applied to it already have the little A symbol in it to let you know. It's very simple to make that application. I now simply drag my master page down to page 7 and it appears, and once again do the same thing for page 8 and it appears. So that's how you apply a master page. If you want to remove it, you simply click on the None up there in your master page and drag that down to replace it again. Okay, so it's very simple to apply and change them. Now, the reason I put my folio and my running heads in a layer above the document content is so that I don't accidentally cover them up by having a full page or full bleed advertisement or image on the page. In this situation, had they been within the document content area, I wouldn't be able to see them right now because I've placed an ad on top. And that's setting, you could make a mistake and forget that they're there. That's why I keep them placed on top. Something else to be aware of is that within your working document, all the elements that are on your master page are not accessible from your working document. You can see I'm trying to select them here and I can't, they're locked. That's for a very good reason. It's nice and safe so that you don't accidentally move them and adjust them when working in your document. It's on purpose. However, there are times when you want to override that and manually adjust each individual page. As in the instance of this full page advertisement page, I don't actually want the running header on top or the folio on top of my ad. So to override it, I hold down the Command Shift key and click. You just select the item you want to remove or adjust. So I'm going to delete my folio, and I'm going to do the same thing up here for my running head. I'm holding down my Command Shift key, select the item I want to alter, and then I'm going to delete that. So that's very simple to override things on your master page. Now say you want more than one master page, you can do that quite easily. I have my A master selected here, and I'm going to make a new master, and it comes up with a little dialog box. It's going to call it a B master. I can name that differently if I want to, and I want it to be based on my A master. And again, I want it to be facing pages, so I want 2 pages. So I select OK. Now over here you will see that I now have an A master and a B master, and they are identical, except that the folio is now being shown as B because it's telling me that I'm in my B master page. However, I want to change this to be a 3-column grid. That's why I wanted a different option of my master page. Because I've based it on my A master, once again it's locked. I can't edit it, I can't change. So I treat it as though it's within the working document. So I hold down my Command and Shift key and select, and I can now access that item and make the alteration required. So I'm going to change that to a 3-column, do the same on the right hand page, 3-column, and now I have an A master with 2-column grid and a B master with a 3-column grid to use. So I want to apply my 3-column grid to pages 7 and pages 6, and you'll see they now have the B symbol in them, and I select them, and yes, I'm page 7 and 6 are now a 3-column grid. The reason I had it based on my A master is so if I want to make some changes, such as I decide I want my running heads to now be bold, I go to my A master and I change them to bold. And now if I look on my B master, they have automatically been changed to bold. So that way I didn't have to remember and manually go through my document if I have numerous master pages being used to remember to make those changes. That's the power of master pages. It will remember for you and save you from making simple mistakes.